Good morning, folks, and welcome to On Blast with MG. Today we're going to do a little review on this 49cc kids dirt bike that I got off of Walmart, but it's also available on Amazon. I'll link below in the comments. But let's just go over it and kind of give you guys On Blast with MG review. This thing is actually really cool. But there are a couple of things that you should know about it before you buy it. All right, so the brand is Mosta. Never heard of it. I'm assuming it's off-brand Chinese, which it is, but I'm gonna say it's pretty good quality. So Mosta, I'll link it down below so you can find it. I found this on Walmart, and it was about 180 bucks on sale, but the shipping was another 75 bucks. So total to door, in front of your door, it was about 300 bucks. So the biggest part was the shipping, really. The bike itself, though, it's pretty good quality. It's a 49cc 2-stroke, so you're gonna have to mix the gasoline with the 2-stroke oil. It comes with the mixing container, so that makes it pretty easy. Tires are really nice rubber, and they're inflated. So it's got a pretty decent tire on it. It looks like it's gonna last for a while. It's got a pretty good suspension. I would say it says in the instruction about 130 pounds. I sat on it. It holds me pretty well. It's like 200 pounds. I'm not gonna ride it, but you know, it probably can sustain more than 130 pounds, which is what it's rated for. As you can see, it's got some pretty good parts on it, some pretty good quality machining. I don't see any loose screws. When I got it in the mail, it was nice. When you get it in the mail, so it's gonna come mostly assembled, about 98%. You're gonna have to put the wheels on, both front and back, and you're gonna have to put the brakes on front and back. You're gonna have to also put the front fender on, and the handlebars. Other than that, it's pretty well assembled and ready to go. So it took me about, I'd say, 20 minutes with the tools that came included with the bike to put everything on. So starting from the back, the seat is actually pretty comfortable. It's pretty soft, as you can see. The quality, the build quality on it looks pretty good. The brakes work really well. The handlebars went on really nice and easy right there. I adjusted them for my son's age and height. Everything was really easy to assemble. Let's go around really quick and kind of give you a good tour of it. You can stop the video, pause it. This is the little 49cc engine on it. It's got a pull start, and what we'll do later, I'm gonna put a video of my kid riding it. And then I'm gonna have a video of just the engine at the very end to see kind of how loud it is. Now it's got all its information right here. It's made in China. All the numbers and everything that you need to if you go off-roading, especially in the forest for a spark arrestor. It's got disc brakes in the rear right there that you have to install when you get it. Also has disc brakes on the front wheel, and they work pretty well. My son rode it yesterday, and it was pretty it was stopping pretty good. You could adjust the brakes right over here to your kid's height. All right, so now let's go with some of the things that I've noticed that are actually a little bit of a downside. Now, it's not so much of a downside, but it is for me in the case of this, because the engine is fairly loud, and we'll have the engine at the running at the end. Like I said, we'll run the engine at the end. Yeah, my son got on it, rode it. He really loved it. Now, he did say the noise of it kind of scared him a little bit, and it is a bit loud. It's a 2-stroke engine, and it can get a little bit loud. Now, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna assume, and I'm gonna take a wild guess here, but as you run it and it becomes a little bit more worn, it's gonna get a little quieter, but it is what it is. So what I suggest you do if you're gonna get this and your son's like my son's age, 8 years old, and you know, is not a big fan of loud noises, maybe get some earplugs, which I have in the mail coming from Amazon. I think that's going to help a lot with the noise and this, you know, the scary factor. The other thing I'd say is, and we got this as well, but you know, if he's gonna ride, there's a full protection, you know, full face helmet is probably recommended. Not necessary, but recommended. We have one of those, and some body armor gear that we could put on if he does go riding on dirt. Now this goes about 20 miles an hour, so it's not any faster than an electric bike or really a bicycle. Probably a little bit safer in that sense as well, since it has really good brakes and, you know, wide tires. Now you got this foldable foot pegs right here, so you could fold them up and down, which is nice. I could carry it. This thing weighs about, I'd say 35 pounds. You know, it's nice. You know, there's 2 foot pegs on either side. It comes with a choke right over here, so a warm start and a cold start on top. And at the very bottom of the engine, I don't know if you could see it right there. There you go. Let's point to it. All right, over there is the push where you could feed gas to the engine. So basically, oops, sorry. What you need to do before you start it, you need to flood the engine with gas. Until initially you have to get gas in this thing, so you have to pump it into gas in that, and then after that, just, you know, once maybe before you start it. Now you want to start it in cold start first, which I did already, and then you want to push it down to warm start, and then pull the starter. So let's go ahead and do that, and then you guys could hear it running for a little bit and see, you could kind of get an idea of the noise factor on it. And then that's it. Hold on for the running. Here we go. Before we get to that, let's go give you a little. This is the fuel tank, so it's a 0.35 gallon fuel tank, so basically 1/3 of a gallon. So it's not too big, but it will run about 27 miles on it, so it's a pretty nice, decent, it's a good tank. It seems really quality, locks in place really nice. Again, you got to mix 2-stroke oil with gasoline, and it will run about 27 miles per the instructions on that one full gas tank. Now I haven't tried it to run it, but I'm sure it will do close to that. So that's a pretty good distance for a bike. I mean, if you ask me. All right, so let's go ahead and get it started, and you can hear it run. Gosh, I forget things. But the last thing before we get it started, there's a kill switch right there, which is really, really nice, and especially for, you know, your kid to know. It's got a kill switch right there. It'll kill the engine instantly, and it works really well. Throttle is obviously right here on the right, you know, boom, boom. That's gonna work really well. All right, let's get it going, and let's hear it start. So go ahead, I wanna pull back on here. We'll pull the starter, and let's go for it. There we go. So as you can hear, the bike itself is pretty loud, but you know, it's not, you know, it's not ear hurting loud for me at least, but for my son it was. So definitely look at maybe getting some earplugs for your young kids if you're getting this for your boy or girl. The final thing I want to add is that on Amazon, if you're in California, at least in where I am in Santa Barbara, you cannot get it shipped to you. Probably some California law about shipping things, maybe heavy things or things with engines. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but you cannot get it in Santa Barbara shipped from Amazon. You can get it, however, from Walmart shipped to your house. So that's what we did. So make sure if you do go on Amazon, I'll put the links below for Walmart and Amazon in the comments, but if you do go with Amazon, make sure that you can actually have it shipped to your house. It comes in a box, nicely packaged, you know, pretty safe. It's not heavy, but you know, it is 35 pounds plus, so you know, it's actually got some weight to it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for being a subscriber. I'm Blast MG. See you later. Out.